Welcome everyone to the Drip and Geeb podcast. This week, Drip and I are doing another Drip and Geeb Selects episode for you guys. These are episodes where we post while we're away and we are not able to get you an episode live. So enjoy this old episode where we had our girlfriends at the time join us on the podcast. I say that because Mrs. Geeb, who was my girlfriend, is now my fiance. So since this airing of this episode, I proposed Mrs. Geeb and she said yes. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, enjoy this Drip and Geeb Selects where we have our girlfriends join us on the show talking about a lot of different Nintendo things, Nintendo consoles, Nintendo nostalgia, a bunch of cool stuff. So hopefully we'll be back for you guys soon. But while we're away, enjoy this episode, guys. We'll see you next time. Podcast was edited and uploaded by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip and Geeb podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is Host Your Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch our video podcast over on youtube.com/DripGeeb. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, pun intended, tonight is ladies' night. Ooh, can we get some ladies? Ladies, say something. Ooh. Yeah, ladies' night. Yes, this is the Ladies Night podcast. We have as our two very, very lovely and special guests. We have the one and the only Kimberly, aka Xbox Girl, the significant other of one Drip Media Gaming, and we have Mrs. Geeb, aka Abby, aka Mrs. Geeb. Your name isn't actually legally Mrs. Geeb, is it?
No, it's not. I promise.
Okay, great. Mrs. Geeb is here with us. Drip, what do you have to say about this? What are we doing?
I have no idea what we're doing. This just came about. It's just a thing, man. It's just a thing. It's fine. It's good. It's great. It's fantastic. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be probably a lot different than what we normally do, which that's not a problem. That's an okay thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it, man. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to talk about some stuff. I don't really know what we're talking about, but whatever it is, I'm ready to.
What are we talking about? I'm talking about the need to eat pizza, which is a reference that you don't know, but maybe the one person who gets that in my chat and who listens to this, thank you.
Yeah, I don't get that, but that's cool. Whatever, man. I like pizza too. That's fine.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yes, Puddles gets it. I know Puddles would get it. Of course, Puddles would get it. It's a Philly thing, whatever. Whatever. No, but welcome everyone. We don't really know what we're doing and why we're doing it. We're just doing it because I think it'd be fun. And I got two microphones now, so like, hey yo.
It's a nice thing to try out. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree. So. As we always do, let's go ahead and start off this podcast with what are you waiting for? No, what games have we been playing? I'm going to start with Kimberly. Kim, aka Xbox Girl, aka Xbox Girl X, who streams on Twitch. Hello.
Woohoo.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what games have you been playing recently?
Fortnite all the way. They got the lightsabers. I can't stop.
They do.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty awesome. The lightsabers they're next level.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I've not yet used them, but I have seen you both play it and Xbox Girl on stream use them, and it's pretty awesome.
It's quite awesome.
Yes.
We'll probably get into that a little bit more later. I really want to talk about the game in general because I have been playing it a lot lately, and I have some things to admit about it. We'll talk about that later. We'll get into that.
Well, but besides your new problem, what have you been playing, Drip?
Besides that, Switch Sports is amazing. It's so good. I feel like it's light on content, but man, that bowling is it is on point.
It's top notch.
Like it's so crazy how good they did with the motion controls on the bowling specifically. Everything else is pretty good. Like the tennis is, it's all right. It's good. It's enough to where it does what it does. I think soccer was fun. Gee, we played soccer the other night. That was really good.
Soccer was great.
I had an issue though with the tennis because my character kept falling, like face planting.
Oh yeah.
And then wouldn't get back up.
That's because you're swinging too soon.
I guess, but I was having.
It is.
I think you also
I was a
is
little
it
upset.
is it just in soccer or like when you do double swing with both Joy-Cons? Does it?
Okay, they just fly straight out like.
Is
Bing!
it? Yeah, I know in soccer that's what they do, but did they do that
Yeah.
in tennis as well? I'm not sure.
You only use one Joy-Con in tennis.
Well, that answers the question. I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some sort of gesture that makes you do that, or is it just too early?
Probably,
Yeah,
I'm probably just too
I
early.
don't think there is, but that's really all I've been playing that a lot. Basically, I've jumped back into Animal Crossing a little bit again, just because Kim's been playing. So I just, got me wanting to play again. And I think I said this last week, but I'm going to redo my island. Not all the way. It's still going to be,
Oh, you said that a
themed the
while
way it
ago,
is.
actually.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to do a different island. I have to get another Switch, and I can't do that right now. But I'm going to get another Switch eventually,
new
so I can
Switch.
start another island.
Do you really need another Switch though?
I only have one right now.
No.
I've
I mean,
one.
like, can't you just? Are you? Oh, you. The point you're trying to make is you want to keep your current island.
Yes. I want this
Oh,
island. I want it to stay. I'm just changing the theme is the same. I'm changing the way it looks.
Yeah.
I just want I need a little bit more Miami in there,
Miami. I mean,
I
it's
need like some 80s Miami in there. That's what I'm going for. I want some neon, some pinks,
Yeah.
some
What
teals.
What you had the last time I saw it was a good start.
Yeah,
I was
those little
feeling it.
areas. They're like that's what I want the whole thing to end up looking like. But that's basically it. What about you, Geeb?
What have I been playing? On occasion, off stream, I've been playing some Twilight Princess.
I was gonna say you've been playing more Wii U.
Yeah, I have.
Not
I've
Switch.
mostly been playing Wii U, and it's really
How are
just
you
kinda,
liking Twilight Princess?
I like it a lot. Actually,
How much? How much? Because I haven't talked to you about this at all. I'm very curious. It's my favorite Zelda game. How much do you like it?
A lot. No, for real, like a lot.
Do you like it better than Wind Waker?
I see. So initial thoughts playing both at the very start, like I have or I had, I should say. I definitely was saying Wind Waker was my favorite. It was good. Like I believe that, and I still believe that to be true based off the amount of game I played of both. Now I'm getting farther into Twilight Princess. Yeah, and also I did see some. I shouldn't say spoilers. The game's 20 years old, but I saw some trailers of like other like some abilities you get later and what that kind of stuff, and I'm really excited for where I'm going to be going in this game. And
Yeah.
I'm not only do I love it and it's better than Wind Waker, but I think it might even overtake Skyward Sword for me. At some
I'm
point.
telling you, dude.
At some
just
point.
wait.
We're not
till
there
you get
yet.
to the end. Wait till you get to the end and you get this full story. I guarantee.
Yeah,
Guarantee it will take it.
Like
over.
my list is still as follows: Breath of the Wild #1, Skyward Sword #2, and then et cetera, et cetera. I have a list, but I don't feel like talking about it right now. The whole thing, but Twilight Princess is not listed. It's just TBA, or TBD at this point. It could be. We could get there. I could get there to that where that game is #1. Even I think I can see it going there, beating Breath of the Wild. But like I did when I played Skyward Sword overtook Breath of the Wild for me for like a month, and then I came back to my senses. So,
Yeah.
maybe we'll do that again. I don't know. But as of now, Breath of the Wild #1, Skyward Sword #2. Sorry, I keep hitting your face. I mean, we're very close together. But I love it. I love it. So I've been playing a lot of that. Nothing really. I really haven't been. I just
Switch
kind of-
Sports, obviously.
I haven't played very much of it since last Friday.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't done much of anything. I watched some TV.
That's fine.
Like the weekend. Last weekend was spent editing, and then Monday I just vegged out all week. Pretty much. I liked it, and I just I worked and came home and vegged. That's what I've done. That's what I've played.
Nice. Abby, what have you been playing?
Tried and true Animal Crossing.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Knew it.
I'm also trying to work on my island a bit. I think it's just something that'll never be finished. I think
They're
it'll
never
just-
done. I feel like
it won't.
it's always just somthing you're just doing
Yeah.
all the time that never
Yeah.
actually stops.
And then, I get frustrated and put it down for a while. I really want to pick up again. I forget what it's called. The Persona
5 Strikers.
Strikers?
I started it, and when I started it, I got it with the gift card that I had won from your Animal Crossing costume party.
Yeah. I convinced her to get it. But
Yeah. And I did enjoy it. I was really enjoying it. there was so much story just in like the first sit down play it that I was just kind of like, whoa. It's not like a casual sit down and just kind of like play it for a little bit. Like you have to invest a little bit of time into it when you pick it up. So I think this weekend I might pick it up and try some more.
All right.
I've never played a Persona game ever.
I was really
amazing
liking
things about
it.
them. Well, and this one's completely different than the rest. The rest of them are like not like that. That's
it's like Hyrule Warriors versus the other Zelda games. It's very they're very different games.
Yeah.
It's a Warriors
game.
And
I mean I love Hyrule Warriors, and I definitely do see like the parallels between them. So
yeah,
I have a feeling I'll really like it.
And that reminds me, I did play one other thing. I don't think I told you, Drew. Let me grab it.
I had been playing Minish Cap.
And
I was really I'm really liking it.
I really want to play that too. It's just the only place I have it right now is on. You can't see it on the screen, but on the arcade machine, and that's just not. You can't sit at an arcade machine and play a Zelda game. It's just not. Nah. It's not fun.
No.
That hurts after a while.
So I got my last physical disc that I'm gonna buy for the Wii U.
And it is
Hyrule Warriors Original.
Let me ask you something. Have you played that one?
No, never.
It sucks. I hate it. I hate
so
it.
I've
finished
through.
It's just a mushed up everything of Zelda. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's fun for a minute because it's like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's from this, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, there's no no rhyme or reason to it all. It's just kind of a mismatch. And
it's just a made up thing. It is what it is. Mamaran in the chat. What's up, dude?
So I'm very short into it. I wanted to get it. The reason I've been wanting it for a while, but the reason I got it for Wii U is not because I love my Wii U so much. It's because it's like $10 on the Wii U, and I'm like, I could spend $60 on the eShop, or I could spend $40 for a cartridge on eBay, or just $10.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still $60 on the Switch.
Yes.
That game's not worth $60 now.
No, I was never going to pay that. So yeah, I got $10. Got me the disc. I'm like, that's fine with me. I'll play it on the Wii U, and it's fine. It's fine. So far,
that's cool. Cool.
Yes. So we're gonna get to the beer of the week next. Drip, what are you drinking tonight?
I have not this.
Ooh, I love your sass with that.
It was very sassy.
You didn't see that. Drip just smacked his hands over his head in like the happiest, sassiest way.
I have a Cayman Jack Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule, my favorite.
I knew. I figured you would like that.
Yes.
I think I didn't pick this one as the beer of the week. I have to give it up to Xbox Girl. She's the one who told me I should do this one for beer of the week. I do believe.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It is pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah, what do you think?
It is good. It's got that. It's good.
I really
it's weird
like
because last night we were drinking these. This is a leftovers from last night, and I had we had. There's a bunch of weird ones in this pack. Like I don't even know how you say this correctly.
Does it start with a P? Yeah.
Paloma. What is it?
You're saying it right.
Okay, whatever this is, like grapefruit. It's all right. It was a little bit. I don't know. It was a little weird. They had the regular margarita, which is what I was just
really
drinking.
good.
Yeah, it is
I
good.
like the
and
margarita.
then they had the Moscow Mule, and then there was another one. What was it? Oh,
the mojito.
The Cuban mojito.
Mojito.
Yeah, but last night for some reason I was like, these all taste the same. I don't know why, but now, just going from the margarita to the Moscow, the difference is staggering at this point. I don't know what I was thinking last night. I may have had COVID last night only.
Just last night.
Or did you eat something really spicy and it ruined your taste?
That wasn't real spicy. We had Qdoba.
You say Qdoba?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to say it?
Is that what you say too?
I mean, I there's none
okay,
around
now hold
here.
on, Geeb. the three of us, I would say, our reading levels are a little bit better than yours. So do not come at me with that right now. Don't you do it. Don't you dare.
Reading
Don't you
levels
dare.
are different than pronunciations.
Okay, well, your pronunciations are also not
How do
that
you
mine are
say
great.
it?
Hey,
Yeah, how do you
not
say
that
it?
mine are great.
I was gonna say there. You mean you're really gonna
Not
go
that
there?
mine-
You're
not
really
that
gonna
mine are
go
great.
there?
But
Come
I'll tell you
on.
what, if we were having a pronunciation battle, I think I would win that war.
I think that's a podcast idea right there. Pronunciation battle, 40 minutes.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Just weird word, one weird word after another.
Peculiar.
No, because
Actually,
you
that
know
would be a
what?
really funny. That would be a really funny video to make. I mean, it wouldn't work on my channel, but if you had like a variety channel on YouTube,
I think that
just
would be funny.
pronunciation battles. Just two people in separate rooms,
Like rap
trying to
battles,
pronounce-
but just
but only you're in separate
pronunciations.
rooms trying to pronounce the same words, and whoever gets the most right, you come out. You have to listen to both of them pronounce it. It would be funny.
East Coast,
It'd
Midwest.
be a solid TikTok idea.
That's a good TikTok idea. You're right. There you go.
Yes, that's good.
Would be good.
Maybe
How do you pronounce it?
Quidoba.
That's
Quido.
definitely wrong.
What?
Quidoba.
Because
Is
it's
that what
not
you said?
spelled. It's not spelled Q-Doba. It's Q-U Doba.
No, there is
Well,
no
no.
U. It's just
Because
cute.
I'm looking it up. Now we've got a controversy. We've started a controversy
Oh
here.
my
Now,
God.
I'm
All
gonna-
right.
Like, go- okay,
I'll get to
here
the
we go.
bottom of this right now.
Elementary school teacher for you. The fact that I tell my kids, it's the secret that Q and U are married.
They
They're
are.
always together.
Except for
Cute.
in the name of the restaurant
Oh, are you
Qdoba, because it is
serious?
Qdoba.
So yeah, Qdoba.
And
Bitch.
Jeeb goes down.
Oh.
Jeeb goes down.
Oh no! Oh fuck! Jeeb
okay.
is wrong. It's literally Qdoba. I
See a bunch of those. Moran said it too. It's Qdoba.
Well, I can't speak.
won't
for
let you live that
I can't
down.
speak for the entire tri-state area region. But I can speak for myself. Is that I thought it was Qdoba.
Well, it only took you
Qdoba.
however many years to learn the truth. I'm glad you know it now, though. I'm glad you know it now.
47,000 years old. That's
Okay, well that was the longest one-person beer of the week ever. What are you guys drinking?
Let's go, Abby. What are you drinking?
So I have my teacher appreciation Bacardi Pina Colada drink here.
If you like pina colada, getting drunk in the rain.
Bam,
don't know.
bam,
It's all right.
It's all right.
Sorry, it's free alcohol. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It really kind of lacks flavor.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I
It's
did
coconut,
have.
it's coconut forward.
So my partner teacher, since there's two kindergarten classes, we traded. She had the same thing, but it was I had the Paloma. She had Pina Colada, and she saw mine. She was like, "Oh my god, can I have it?" I was like, "Sure, I don't care. Whatever."
Is that an accurate impression of this woman?
No, it's not. She's more chill.
Oh.
But you know,
was gonna
dramatic
say.
effect. Dramatic effect.
It was good. It worked. I'm just
Thanks,
saying
thanks.
it worked. Worked well.
But yeah, it's all right. I'm not really a pina colada type of person. I'm just not. I'd
Yeah, I
prefer
gotta-
like
I
a
gotta
margarita. I'm more of a tequila person, not a rum person.
I'll tell you what. You put that in a coconut and put me on the beach. Give me a
Then,
straw.
then I would be
will
fine.
sip.
Okay, yeah,
I will
that's a
sip
different
the. I will
story.
sip the
Yeah.
fuck out of that. So
Yeah.
So I'm also nursing ice water.
Oh,
Not
nice.
a sponsor.
because hashtag
Not
water
a
sucks.
sponsor.
hashtag water sucks. Leading us to our next beer of the week contestant on this week's beer of the week game. Xbox roll.
So I didn't know I was participating, but I have great cotton candy. I'm eating that.
You have
So that's
what?
going to be my
Delicious.
submission.
Wow.
Grape cotton
Cotton
candy.
candy.
Well, you are guessing the
Yeah.
podcast, and every week we do a beer of the week. We do a beer of the week. So
We do. Yes, we do.
So yeah.
Um,
I will accept your great
technically,
popcorn.
my submission was drip submission.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
It's just-
you
yeah,
did pick it for him,
it's the same
so
thing.
we'll give you that.
Yeah, she did pick it.
You know what? I'm
So
not.
wait, Did you say use grape?
No,
Grape cotton
great.
candy.
It's great. It's like
I thought you said grape.
I heard
like
grape.
Flavored, like grape flavored.
oh
I heard that too.
dear God, no! I hate that.
I was gonna say
Grape flavoring doesn't taste like grapes at all. It's the
I was gonna
worst.
say, you don't like grape flavoring, do you?
No, it's so misleading.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I want
though.
my grapes to
grape
taste like
flavor.
grapes.
I'd rather have my grapes taste like grape flavoring, actually. I'd go that route.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna have to.
You guys
No.
ever have cotton candy grapes?
I was thinking of that.
I've heard of those.
I've had them before.
I've never even
don't-
heard
Is
of
it
that.
true?
It is 100% true.
I'd have to try them
It
again.
is.
Oh, no
It is.
shit. We
It is
gotta do
a.
it.
It's a way. So if you're not familiar, it's a grape. It's an actual grape, like not fake. It's not candy. And the way that I'm gonna get the terminology wrong because I'm an idiot. But the way that they breed the grape seeds together, they make them have little grape seed sex and with cotton candy and bada bing bada boom, cha-ching. You get
grapes.
You get cotton candy grapes.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
Candy grapes.
It's cotton candy grape. Hey!
Disgusting.
You disgusting swine.
This is.
You sycophant.
Oh, that was a great description of how they
That's
make
one
that
way.
happen.
But in all seriousness, they breed whatever they do, they breed them. Whatever you do, you farm them with like other flavors of grapes, and eventually they figured out that if you farm them a certain way, you can get them to taste like an actual cotton cotton
Okay,
candy.
so it's like a grapple.
Yeah,
I've heard.
but but it's all grape. Like it's not. It doesn't look. It looks like they look like
Okay.
normal grapes.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
nothing.
talking about an apple that tastes like a grape.
Oh, I've never had that.
It's a grapple. It's an apple, but
Okay.
when you bite into it, it tastes like a grape.
I have never heard of that.
You haven't?
No.
Listen, we'll find him. Next time you're here, we'll find him.
Yeah,
They're
we'll have to
around.
do.
They're
We'll have
around.
to do grapples, and we'll have to do the cotton candy grapes.
Yeah,
I would love to try grapple. That sounds great to me.
they come in
It
little
sa-
4-packs.
it sounds grape to me.
Ew.
Good
And
one,
that's
Chief.
the end of the
Oh
podcast.
goodness!
It sure is.
And we're done.
But
I
so
feel like this is so misleading.
What?
so
I'm stunned. The world shouldn't run like this. I can't be biting into apples that taste like grapes.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, it does really mess with you a little bit, but you actually bite into it the first time, like, whoa. Like it does taste like a
what's
grape.
what's
Like, it's
texture?
crazy.
What's texture like?
It's just like an apple. It's just like a regular apple. I mean, I don't know. It's crisp. It's
Yeah,
not
like
like
an
mushy like a grape. It's like an apple.
Well, see, the grapes are not mushy though. Grapes are mostly like you can get mushy grapes, but like a fresh grape is.
They got a
Yeah,
crunch.
they got a bite.
Yeah, okay, but it's not like crisp like an apple.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's
'Cause,
like an apple. It looks like
Okay.
an apple. It just tastes like a grape.
Interesting. So earlier, my beer of the week is a story. It's a quick story. So about I don't know, was it like 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago? I decided to stream. I made a little announcement on the stream. I can repeat it. I left my job, which is fun. I'm still there until June. I'm there until next month, but I informed them that I won't be returning.
Yeah, I didn't catch the stream. I didn't know that was official.
Yeah,
until
it was official.
Literally just now.
Official. I told them today.
Surprise!
Yeah. So I need new work. I gotta look for that like now, and I'm gonna look at that app. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I announced that on the stream. We had a good time. We talked about my life and whatnot. It was a really good stream. Fun. Thanks guys for coming. Toward the end, Willie, I was gonna play a game to finish out the stream. And Willie suggested, you guys all know Willie, just by his first name, it's Willie, man. Willie. He suggested to play Mario Kart, and that was not in the docket. But I was like, for you, Willie, anything. We're gonna play Mario Kart. So it turns out Willie had a friend with him who never played Mario Kart before, and this is going somewhere, I promise. Willie and his friend, we all play Mario Kart. A few other people in the stream, we play Mario Kart together. And Willie was saying, Willie's more talkative than he usually was. I was very surprised. Like, Willie doesn't say too much, but he was saying some stuff. And then he started to be a little silly. He's like, "Yo, man, I'm drunk." He basically said, "I'm drunk."
Nice.
And I'm up.
Nice.
I'm dancing in my chair. He made me do some karaoke. That was great.
That might be why he's not here now. He could be sleeping.
He could be sleeping. That's correct. Willie, if you're listening after the fact, Fun times. Willie reminded me that I owed him a chug from like what was it, from when Pokemon Arceus came out.
I remember that. You did, but you had to go because
I got blasted.
It was enough. Things had run their course. It was time to get off the internet.
That was correct. That was correct. So that happened today. So I had nothing to chug. I don't have the can with me. I wish I did. I had nothing to chug. No beer. So I decided to chug a 17% margarita in a can.
No. It was a martini.
I'm sorry, martini in a can. I don't know the brand.
Oh, dude.
7, and that was, I was already drinking one of those. I finished one already. I finished a whole one. And I felt fine, like nothing, because I sipped on it. I sipped on it for
nothing.
I sipped on it for 2 hours. Like I was fine.
I'm a man. I felt nothing. I'll drink forever.
I took the toothpick out of the olive and stabbed my nipple with it. I'm a man. So
oh my God.
After I stabbed my nipple, I chugged
That did
it
not
all.
happen.
And I felt nothing at first because it's a shock, right? You just chug it all at once and felt nothing. I'm a man.
It's fine. Yeah, no, you're a man. You're 40.
That's right, 47,000. And I chugged it. I felt nothing, and I just kind of went about. That was the end of the stream anyway. I chugged it right at the end, and then they maybe sing Friday on the way out. That was great. Rebecca Black Friday. Fun times. But it wasn't until after I rated it out about 15 minutes. Less than I'd say 10 minutes, and I was like, all right, something's happening. And then like by a half hour after I chugged it, I was drunk.
I got home
Drunk. Like not like tipsy. I was drunk.
I got home
Just
with some
drunk.
leftover.
No, not piss drunk. I certainly I could walk. I wasn't tripping. I was totally lucid. Wasn't like I just was drunk. Like we hit that point. The way I described it was, at the end of a night, at the end of assuming you're modest at a wedding, at the end of a wedding, you get your 5 or 6 beers in you from the bar. That feeling after like dancing and having 5 or 6 beers. That was my feeling after a half hour chugging a 17% martini.
Yeah,
I got home with some leftovers from lunch, and it was some pasta, and he pulls can you make me a bowl of pasta? I don't trust myself to make a bowl now.
My body was like, yo, you're gonna like get sick, so you either need to throw up or consume a whole lot to soak up the alcohol.
So he had pasta, he had popcorn. He was like the little hungry caterpillar up in here.
I had veggies and ranch. I had veggies and ranch. What else did I eat? There's something else. Sloppy Joe.
You had a bite of my bun cake.
I did it because you forced it to me, and you dropped it as you were feeding me. You dropped it on my lap.
Oh man! Hey, by the way, Johnny Bear, I'm not 40. Okay,
he's only
not 40.
He's only 41.
You're close.
No, I'm not. Excuse me.
You're closer to it than not.
Anyway, so tell me more, Geeb. What else did you eat?
No, that was it. I felt, and I ate a little bit too much. A little bit too much.
But he was still hungry.
No, I was not. No.
Anyway, your long story. Oh my gosh.
My short story long.
Can you please tell your story of the week? Because I'm very, very proud of you. You saved some lives this week.
I kind of did. We're gonna run a little long here. Sorry.
We got stories.
I guess I'll tell this story. It's a good story. It's a good story. It has a good ending. So before I'm gonna say this now, it has a good ending. So don't cry.
So the story is long and drawn out and bad until the end. Is that what you're telling me?
No. So I'm at work. I get to work on Thursday morning, and my boss isn't there. He calls me, which freaks me out. I walk through the door and he calls me. I'm like, that was great timing, because he's usually I knew he wasn't there because the lights weren't on, and he's there. He's there an hour before I get there. So he calls me. He's like, I can't come today. Got to take care of a family member. So you're there can you stay all day? I'm like, all right, fine. So I worked a full day on Thursday. First thing in the morning, like it's like 7:15, and this teacher comes down, and the first, what grade?
Third grade
teachers, they do their kid in the room. They have they start hatching baby chicks. They have incubators, and they hatch baby chicks for the kids. Yeah, it's great. It's really cute. I had to bring the cages up to all the classrooms. That was great. That's my job. So
nice.
But she comes down to my office and is like, hey, it has a box and it says, yeah, I'm dropping off these 2 chicks. I don't think they're going to make it. I don't want the kids to see them die. So
I'm gonna
here they are. Luckily she brought a heat lamp for them. She sounded like she wasn't even going to bring a heat lamp. She was so sure that they were going to die. She's like, I brought it. I did bring the heat lamp, but
I'm gonna put a pin in it right there, because as this is happening, we've been carpooling to work together. So I'm upstairs in the office and I hear this teacher telling the principal, oh, there's a couple, I don't think they'll make it. And I'm like, oh, that's really sad. Like, blah, blah, blah. Make my copies, go back to my room. Then I get a text message from Gabe. Continue. No, keep
going for a second.
I get a text message from Gabe that he has dying baby chicks down in his office. And I was like, oh my God, because they were having not a debate, but they were having a discussion in the office of, well, what are we going to do with these chicks? Are we going to leave them and like just explain to the kids, like, this is what happens, it's life? Or are we just going to like sweep them under the rug and just, they're,
I found out what they do with them, by the way. I know where they put the baby chicks.
You got to tell me.
I will.
Okay.
Where do I find
it's
my
under
snap?
the rug
find
in
my
Abby's
Snapchat,
classroom.
My
Is that where they go?
Yeah, they're under the rug in my room.
No. We're recording a podcast, Tim Tebow.
Right here.
Tim Tebow in the chat, everyone. Tim Tebow in the chat.
Okay, so
Right.
Okay,
so
yes,
sorry, and this
chat.
is worth it. This is worth it. So this story is worth it. These chicks are in my office. I'm here all day. These chicks are, I wouldn't say ill, but at least they're scared and cold. At the very least, they're scared and cold, and they're just chirping their fucking beaks off like nuts, like nonstop. And I'm not supposed to be in the office all day anyway. I gotta go. I do my job, but like while I'm in the office, they're like I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? I come over to them. The one baby chick is lying on its back, and that's not good. They're not supposed to be doing that. And he looks like he's convulsing.
It was very
and shaking. And
bad.
the other baby chick had its eggshell attached to it. So like it was still attached for some reason. So I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, I'm feeling so sad. I'm very compassionate. I am hard on the outside, but I'm very soft on the inside. I am Italian bred. I felt very bad for these chicks. I'm like, I gotta do something. I can't just let them sit here and die. They will die if I do nothing. Like that was a fact. They will die. At least the one will. The one on his back for sure. So my sister, truth. I am Italian bred. So I after a long day of just kind of like, what do? I Google stuff. I'm like, okay, I can feed them water by dripping them some water with they recommend a Q-tip. I used a mask, like a face mask, like a surgical mask, and the string from it, I just soaked it in water and dripped little water in the little beak.
Okay.
And the one on its back, I was like, what do I do? Okay, I'll just try flipping it over. Like, he looks like he wants to get up. Like he's got strong legs. He's like trying to get up, and he just can't because he's a baby chick who's 3 hours old, but he can't get up. So I just kind of lifted him, and I lifted the other guy, and he's walking around like after like 5 hours on his back, he just like walks around. He's walking around like everything's fine. The other baby chick, I knocked the shell off of it, and fuck, what I just do? And here they are. They're alive. They're alive.
They are well.
Dude, you did it.
They're on
you
their,
saved. Oh my God, there's shell and everything.
Yeah, it stuck to him. The one that has no shell in it was the one on its back, and the one that has a shell. Obviously, that's the one with the shell. Like they're hopping around and happy and alive, not dead. Can confirm.
Yeah.
I nursed them back to health and saved their life.
I was very proud.
So you're in need of a job. Today you saved some chickens.
Yes.
Maybe a vet. Maybe that's where you go.
I thought about that for a quick second. Like
Maybe
like,
you're an animal.
I could be like a
doctor.
vet tech. Like that was a good. I felt good about saving their life.
Maybe some type of like a spiritual animal healer.
Maybe
Something like that.
And by the way,
off the book stuff, you know.
my
Shaman.
Yeah, that's it. A shaman.
My boss told me where they bury the baby chicks in the flowers in the backyard where the preschool plays.
What?
Oh my God.
What else are they supposed to do with it? I mean, they have dead
Take
baby
them
chicks.
I'll have to tell you
Some
the
of
story.
Kids can dig them up.
No, I assume he digs it far enough down.
I'll have to tell you later about the story the first grade teacher told me about chicks at the other campus.
Okay, well,
pretty
I think we need to move on. But
Yeah,
sorry for my long story, but I think that was fun.
I thought you should share that because I was very proud of you.
Yes.
I was very proud.
Speaking of something we should share, Nintendo stuff, I guess, even though it's not Nintendo. At least it's gaming related. Fortnite. Hey y'all, it's May the 6th, May the Sith, right?
Revenge
No.
of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the
Sixth.
fifth.
Revenge of
Okay,
the
we were
Sith.
talking about this the other day because I feel
Revenge
like
of
I've
the
heard.
Fifth.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard both Revenge of the Fifth and Revenge of the Sixth. But fifth
Yeah, either
makes
would
more
work,
sense.
but the fifth I think is what they go with.
Yeah.
So Fortnite has put lightsabers into Fortnite.
Woo!
Yes,
Talk
they
about it.
did.
Go.
It's awesome.
Cool. Next
It's
story.
They're so overpowered.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let Kim talk about them
Yeah,
for a second.
yeah.
I have some interesting information about them after she gives her opinion on it.
I just think they're so overpowered, but I mean, I absolutely love them. Like, you can straight take out all those agents, like in those hot areas that you drop in. Like, you can take them out, no problem, like easily one player. Usually when you have like any kind of gun, when you're dropping down there hot, it takes you a minute. You're going to struggle. There's no struggle here. You just destroy everything on that island.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the best thing about it is, usually in like first person shooter games, this trigger is aim, so you come into your scopes there, and then this one is fire, right? So when you have the lightsaber, your aim is now just block. So if you're holding that, if people are shooting you, you can block the bullets with the lightsaber and
God.
fire them back at people. But also when you have that button held, you can press the jump button in different directions and flip and do a bunch of Jedi stuff. So you can
Nice.
dodge people and they try to run from you and shoot, but you can just kind of jump around and just dodge towards them till you get close enough and then just take them. It's really fun. I was really enjoying Fortnite before this, but this is a whole nother level. This is amazing. And they also put the blasters that the stormtroopers use in the game.
Oh yeah.
Also pretty overpowered, and they have unlimited ammo. So there's that.
So how does it start? Do you get them at the start of the game? You have to find them, or
You
how
have
does
to
it work?
find them. They spawn randomly. They're everywhere. It took us a while to find them at first. We played on my stream the other night. We didn't find them till the last round.
They were
you
hard to
guys-
find today again. One thing I will say that I didn't really realize until today is my kids struggle with the lightsabers, but I mean, I'm rocking the lightsabers. I've seen a lot of Fortnite chats where a lot of people are still struggling with the lightsabers, and I was trying to figure out why is there that difference there? And I was like, we had the original Xbox, and that came with that game where you already had all the same kind of maneuverability with the lightsaber. And you kind of already know those controls that just transferred over to Fortnite, and it's the exact same type of mechanics.
That's interesting. I didn't even know that. I did not even know that. Well, I actually had another question earlier before we got on the podcast, is if they had lightsabers in Fortnite before, and the answer is yes. It was actually 703 days ago they had lightsabers in Fortnite.
How old is Fortnite?
That's pretty
It's
old. Man.
Really?
It's been around for a while. It's been around
But
for a
how
long time. But
long?
yeah, they had them. It was in 2019 was the last time lightsabers were in Fortnite.
2019
But
is 700 days ago.
Yes, 703 days
Oh my
ago.
God, where's the time going, man?
I don't know.
Where's this time going? Wait, is it 2027? What is the year? I don't know.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
the answer is
Surprise.
yes.
Thanks.
Surprise! Welcome to 2027.
We're here.
Do you love it?
It's
Do you love it?
we get a party like it's 2006, and Steve Stone Cold Austin is on your television doing
Stone
something.
Cold Steve Austin.
I'm sorry.
Get it right.
Sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. I do my best. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. He plays Breath of the Wild. Great. Cool. Next.
Now he doesn't necessarily. Well, I guess he has played it. I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess to have this opinion, he has had to have played the game.
I would suppose that. Yeah.
So the thing was, he was on a show with another wrestler guy who I don't know. The guy who's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know who that guy was. But Stone Cold Steve Austin was asking this guy questions.
Actually, I think his name is Dewan the Sponge Jacob.
I don't. Okay, that's
the wrestler.
No,
Sure.
That's a real
Dewan
name.
the Sponge Jacob.
no, it's not a real name.
Oh.
Anyway, so Stone Cold's asking this guy questions. One of the questions is best Zelda game, and the guy says Ocarina of Time. And Stone Cold says, "Oh hell no! Oh it's Breath of the Wild! It's Breath of the Wild, brother! Oh hell yeah! Give me a hell yeah!" He didn't say that.
Yeah.
He did say Breath of the Cody Rhodes was the name.
Thank you, Adam.
But yeah, it was kind of surprising to hear him say, "Oh no, actually, Ocarina of Time's not the best Zelda game. It's Breath of the Wild." He said, "Oh, it's Breath of the Wild, dude." I think that's how he said it. But I thought that was very interesting, but I don't know. For me, I just don't think he's right. I think he's wrong.
No, he's right.
Breath of the Wild is not the best Zelda game. It's not.
He's correct.
Now it sounds like, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like a Zelda newbie's opinion is what that sounds like to me.
You throwing fireballs at me right now?
Nope,
He's
just keep
throwing
talking. I have to do
shade.
something with my animal. You guys just talk.
Okay,
Talk about your favorite Zelda game. Go ahead.
Chauncey.
I'll tell you why you're wrong when I get back.
Okay, great. I want to get Xbox girl, aka Kim's opinion here. Kim, do you play? Don't mind Drip. Kim, do you play Zelda games?
I did on Game Boy a lot, and I played on N64. Yeah. I haven't played all of the games, so I don't have a fair opinion.
Yeah.
But I loved Oracle of Time.
Oracle of Seasons? Oh, or
Oracle of Season.
Oracle of Ages.
Ages, that's the one.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great one. But it is a Game Boy game.
The first dungeon of that one. Handheld ones, I'm not. I don't have a lot of experience in a lot of the handheld ones.
The handheld ones are good. They're good games.
Redo it. You can use it.
Yes, yeah, we are. We're gonna redo her Game Boy Advanced. And what else do you have? An SP?
An SP, and then I have the original brick.
Yeah, we're gonna redo those. We're gonna get them updated.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get my hands on one of those too. My brother is gifting me the one that his son. I don't know why he gave his son one, a modded Game Boy, but he did. Son doesn't play it. My nephew. So he's like, "You just give me your old Game Boy that you want to mod, and then I'll just give you the one that's already modded." I'm like, "Okay, deal." Because he's gonna do more mods. He's gonna do something else with it.
Nice.
So
yeah, I went down a rabbit hole the other day. We started looking at stuff like that. I was like, I'm kind of into it. I kind of want to get my own now. I want one that's all white. I had all this stuff. I was what do you think about this? So I sent it to Kels. What do you think about this? Look at this. It's got white buttons, all white everything. But then the Game Boy Advance is just gold. It's super classy. She's like, yeah, that looks cool, but black buttons. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. All right. So hey, it's yours. It's yours. You know, it's yours.
And I feel like Abby's gonna share my opinion here with. I know she's gonna share my opinion as far as Breath of the Wild over Ocarina. Correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Abby's, you're one to try games and give them a fair shake.
Yeah, I do.
And, you don't necessarily keep playing them, but you give them a fair shake.
Yeah.
You gave Ocarina its fair shake.
I hated it.
You did more than I think you played more than I have.
Crazy.
I hated it.
I can't believe that.
Now,
I can't believe
the context of playing on the 3DS.
Yes, I think that's what it was. It was
playing on the 3DS is hard to play on, but I also will say that I think the 3DS version is the superior version over the 64 version.
Well, so when he says that, Abby, what he's really referring to is the game itself, not the experience. That port.
I think overall, I just think overall it's better.
You think
it looks better?
You think
it
playing on
runs
3DS?
Better, it plays better.
I think
the controls are better.
But the 64 controller is a far superior way to play the game, though. No?
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree. I think they completely 100% made it better on the 3DS.
I'm not saying they didn't make it better. What I'm saying
is
using
screen. You can do touch screens with all your stuff like you do with Twilight Princess HD.
I'm not saying that it's not better version. what I'm saying is playing with the 64 controller is a better experience for me, for sure. An actual controller that has any ergonomics whatsoever is better, even if it's the fucking weird 64 controller, is better than that really uncomfortable 3DS.
Yeah.
It's small. It's clearly made for children's hands. That's for sure. But I mean, the best Zelda game is Twilight Princess by 10 miles.
You know what? I have a feeling. So I want to finish Minish Cap first, and then I said that I would pick up Twilight Princess. I have a feeling that will probably become my top Zelda game. But Breath of the Wild, there's just something about it. I don't know if it's because it's the
magic.
first one I played.
It's magic.
I love.
Whoa, it's magic.
Yeah.
I just love. I love the story. I love the experience. I think it's such a great game. I do also really like though too. A Link Between Worlds.
Oh, that one's very
Underrated
good.
I thought
Zelda
that
game.
that one-
Even for
That
a
one's
handheld.
very,
That
very
was
good.
one of my
that's in
favorites.
my top 5, man. Yeah, that's great.
That was one of my favorites. I loved the story behind it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think it was
the
awesome.
mechanic, the
Painting.
go onto the wall,
Yeah.
the painting thing. I thought that was really well
Yeah.
done. The way
But-
that they took an old map and made it something completely different, but it
Oh,
was
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
the exact same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they did great with that.
I think Breath of the Wild will always be my top. But I feel like at the same time it's almost in a category on its own.
It is.
It is
Because it's so
100%.
it's so different from all the other Zelda games that I've played.
I think starting with Breath of the Wild, Drip, let's see if you agree with me here. Starting with Breath of the Wild, we're in phase 2 Zelda.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a totally different thing.
We're
This is not
in-
the way
yeah.
Zelda games have been ever.
It's kind of like how
I mean,
the
you could see
MCU
it.
is changing over to a new phase. I think Zelda is now in a new phase. Like you can't
Yeah.
compare
Oh, yeah.
Breath of the
Well,
Wild. to the
and
old
you have to
games.
look at things like okay, once they went from 2D to 3D, once they went from Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time. I mean, I know there were some Game Boy games, whatever. Link's Awakening was in there, whatever. I'm talking about the jump from console 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
You could start to see from there. If you look at Ocarina of Time and just keep looking at the next game, Wind Waker,
Yeah.
Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, there's little things in all of those games that you can see that were being built towards something better. And Breath of the Wild is that thing. It's a complete shift, but at the same time, there's been hints of these types of things like from other games that they've put into this game. I mean, they've just, I don't know, man. It's crazy because when you look at Breath of the Wild and you've been playing Zelda games like that, you see this game and you walk around in this world and you find things and you're just like, oh yeah, that's that thing from this game, or that's the thing, or this is, I know how to do this because I've played old Zelda games. I can see something in a Zelda game. This looks slightly different and I know these mechanics are different, but I know what needs to be done right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just see it being built, and they've changed it so much, but kept it the same. They took a huge risk doing what they did. They took a massive risk doing this whole open world, just changing the format completely, but it worked. And there's no way they're going back now. There's no way.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Even though I'd like to see it.
I could really see playing Skyward Sword being my second 3D Zelda that I actually played legitimately. I said it during the stream when I streamed it last year. Like you could really see the influence, heavy influence on Breath of the Wild. From
the little
Sword.
parachute cloth thing. I mean
that's obvious. Obviously,
yeah,
I mean
clearly, yeah. There's a lot of other stuff too, but I mean,
The stamina?
Because that wasn't in any other.
But I'm
Zelda
actually
game
talking.
either.
That's obvious stuff, right? That's just straight up obvious. I'm talking about the stuff like that's less obvious, like the scenery,
Goddess statues.
the goddess statues, the way the game looks. Skyward Sword looks different than the other games, for sure. Like
It's very
different. Yeah.
I would say it's like a watercolor painting.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
That's what it reminds me
the
of.
art style. Yes, I'm not even talking about the art style. I'm just talking about the style, like the way that they colored the game, the mountains in the game.
I mean, it's completely different.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's kind of why I like Twilight Princess so much, because of the way that it looks. It's the most gritty looking Zelda game that we've got. It's the most and I say realistic very loosely, but it's the most realistic looking Zelda game we've got. It's obviously not realistic at all, but it's
you know,
gritty.
let me
It's
just
like,
go turn into a wolf.
I mean, it's down to earth. The way things look, it's more, I don't know, it's more real than any other Zelda game. And I like that. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there was something that they released. I can't remember when it was. It was supposed to be, I believe it was a tech demo for what was supposed to be Breath of the Wild. It was completely scrapped, clearly, because this was Green Tunic Link, who kind of looked like the Link from the game you just bought, Hyrule Warriors, from that Hyrule Warriors.
You know what? You know
minus
what?
The scarf.
You know what? I'll let you keep going, but when I was playing Hyrule Warriors, I'm looking at this character model. I'm going, that looks like more. That Link looks more than just a warrior style Zelda game.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's what it was. But they had that. They clearly used what they had in that in this game. They had to have, because it looks almost identical. But the tech demo was pretty much a video of Link walking into what looks like a Temple of Time type of thing. But it looked incredible. Oh my God, it looked incredible. And then he fights this spider, but it's old school Zelda style, but it just looked incredible. And for a long time, I was like, okay, that's the next Zelda game. That's why they showed us that. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not what we got. It was delayed 450 times and turned into Breath of the Wild, which I'm not complaining about.
And those of you who have not seen that, I've seen that video. Those of you who have not seen it, to my eyes, the untrained eye, it looks like Skyward Sword Link, but like next gen, if you will. Like he looks a lot like the Hyrule Warriors Link. I mean, if you play that as well, like that one.
That's what. Yeah,
it's that guy, but he looks like next gen Skyward Sword Link. It's really it is impressive looking.
It reminds me that tech demo reminds me a lot of. Have you seen the Ocarina of Time remakes that people do in Unreal Engine?
Yes,
on YouTube and stuff. Reminds me of that. Like way more than any Nintendo console could ever power.
Right.
Like just too much. But man, I was so pumped for that. I thought that's what we were getting. That I still want that game. I think if that game released today, that would be probably the best Zelda game that's ever been put out. Just from the way it looks.
But I think I think Breath of the Wild Link is the best.
It's because it's your first. It's
your
first. You know, he's special too.
That Link, he is saucy, man. He is sexy. He is sleek. He is strong. He is powerful. He's the best.
I like, obviously, Twilight Princess Link. I really hated Wind Waker Link for a long time, but I've come around on Toon Link.
I like Toon Link. I like him. I'm enjoying that. Excuse me. I'm just gonna belch while I drink ice water again, like I did earlier, and belched all stream. Excuse me.
Delicious.
Right is my favorite saying to say. Right. So we're talking about, old past Zeldas here, and it does kind of bring up the question here. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to think of a segue. I can't get a segue for this. I'm sorry.
You were starting off really good.
I know. I was. Yeah, I lost.
I knew where you were going too. I was ready for you, man.
I lost it. This is anyway. Speaking of all the old Zelda games and all the systems that we played these games on, let's just go ahead and take our nostalgia glasses off the table and just let's put them back on our head real fast. You Ocarina of Time lovers, wear those glasses and let's talk about our favorite Nintendo console generation. Now, before you start thinking about it, I want to make sure it's clear that we're talking about the generation. So, for an example, the NES and the original Game Boy, that is a console generation. The Game Boy Advance and was it GameCube?
I don't know. I was far away from handhelds at that point because they didn't give me what I wanted. So
but the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that it is, and ladies, because it's ladies' night. Both home system as well as handheld system. So for the Switch, it would be the Switch, because the Switch is the handheld and
It's both, yeah.
and the home console. But like the Wii U and the 3DS is a generation. So we're not talking about like if you love the Wii U but hate 3DS, then it's not your favorite generation. So you know that you have to play it both ways, both generations. So
Damn, this is gonna be hard for me because I stopped playing handhelds because I was always that guy. Like, man, I just look at the TV like I want that.
Yeah, I want to ask
I want
Abby
this in here.
I'll give you a chance to think in Xbox real quick.
Yeah, ladies first. Yes, ladies first for sure.
I know.
I want to hear it. What is your favorite? I want you to think about it. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I have.
What's your favorite generation?
My favorite generation is Nintendo DS and the Wii.
Ooh,
Why?
Well, I don't want to say that that's what like really got me into gaming, because I had the Game Boy Advance, I had the SP, but the DS, I mean, I remember spending hours playing. And I mean, I didn't play, I'm not.
It was well loved when it crumbled in my hands as I was reshelling it.
It was well loved.
wow.
I mean, I didn't play like, Zelda, Mario Kart, things like that.
I can tell them what you played.
Nintendogs and Animal Crossing. But I don't know, it really gave me an appreciation for that like handheld gaming, being able to take it places. And then with the Wii, I have very fond memories of like playing the Wii Sports. Just Dance was my freaking jam.
Just
Oh man, especially on Wii. Especially on Wii.
That was my jam. But yeah, I that's both of those consoles, whatever. Jesus.
They're different words.
The console.
We fight about this all the time.
Yeah, we do. That's what really got me into gaming.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That would be my favorite. I figured you would be surprised.
I thought you would say the Switch because you also played hours of the Switch, Animal Crossing in particular.
Yeah.
You're probably reaching 1,000 pretty soon, right?
Oh, I probably.
I haven't checked in a
Probably.
while.
Man, that's crazy. Man, it's nuts.
Yeah. It is nuts.
It's nuts.
It's nuts.
like-
nuts?
Like Daggett from the same generation of Nickelodeon shows.
That was a good one.
It's
Angry
nuts.
Beavers.
Oh God! Boom.
All right, Cam. What about you?
So, honestly, N64 was my jam so hard. I loved that console. I loved that whole generation there. But really, I started gaming, gaming when it came out with the Game Boy Color. And I think that's where it kind of just started for me.
That's
in
the
the Game Boy
generation,
Color.
right? Isn't it the
Yeah.
64 in color? That's the generation, the marriage.
Oh, is it? Well, then, yeah.
I think
So
so.
that would be my generation, is the N64 with the Game Boy Color.
I know there's
I
old people in the chat
absolutely
who can correct me if we're wrong here.
Mr.
I think you're right.
47,000 years old.
I know. I'm just.
So
forgetful.
you're saying you played more of the Game Boy Color than you did the 64?
Oh, yeah. I honestly, the handheld game was my jam. Where it wasn't yours, I started with Game Boy Color, and I followed that all the way up to the DS. I didn't enjoy the DS as much. I kind of really stopped at SP. But that was really because, I was getting more into the Xbox at that point. I had my Xbox, and, I was playing DDR and Sims and all that kind of stuff. So, I stopped really with SP and started with Microsoft at that point.
Mike, you started with
Very
Microsoft. You mean
interesting.
Xbox?
Yeah.
Which Xbox?
I started with the original Xbox. I still have that original Xbox.
I think
Yeah.
we still have ours somewhere here.
I don't think so. I would have seen it.
Mega Boyd says that is correct. N64 and Game Boy Color, same generation.
Thank you, sir. I knew you'd come through.
That's my jam. And plus, the N64 had all the best nostalgic games. No one doesn't like 007.
Oh my God, 007. Yes. Yes.
Burdow,
Yes.
burdow, boom.
Have you? Wait, that's not on the service yet, is it?
Boom, boom.
That's not on the Nintendo Online service yet, right? That's because they got to get the rights.
No, but rumor has it that
Rumor confirmed.
Rumor confirmed we could be seeing it
right next to the Switch.
I have to agree 1,000%.
Really?
For different reasons, but yeah, that's my favorite generation too. But I've leaned more towards the 64. And for reasons I've talked about probably 100 times, but I'm going to talk about them again because it's the reason why. I remember Christmas morning when we got that 64. You have to realize this is the jump, right? This is the jump from the 2D gaming to the 3D gaming, you know? It's something that we hadn't done before. I remember that morning we booted up Mario 64. And we didn't even get in. It took us so long to get into the game because we were just pulling on his face in the main menu for so long. Like, this is incredible. Like, what is this? This is nuts. But it's that one moment that did it for me. And I will never forget the feeling that I had. And I looked over at my brother and I could tell he had the same feeling. When that little guy is on that cloud, circles that pipe, and 3D Mario jumps out. And then your camera goes behind him. And then you have total control. You can go wherever you want. That moment right there was just, man, we'd never seen anything like it. It was crazy. It was like, you know, I don't know. For me, that was it. And I was hooked on the 64 from then on. Then we got Ocarina of Time, which was the same upgrade from the 2D to the 3D for Zelda. I mean, it was amazing. What other games did we play a lot? Cruising USA, man, we had the wheels and everything. Me and my brother would set up like TV dinner trays in front of the TV with like fold out chairs and get our wheels, and we'd race. I mean, it was awesome. It was so much fun. Pilot Wing 64, that one was great.
Star Fox.
That's the only time I really got into a Madden game ever. I think it was like,
oh yeah,
man, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like Madden 97 or something like that.
Oh really?
98
okay.
or something. I don't know what it was. 97, 98, 99, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was it for me. That was it. That was where the first Pokemon Snap was. I didn't play a ton of that, but I mean, I really enjoyed that one. The 64s have so many good games, but then I will say after that, I fell off of Nintendo for a while. I wasn't a huge GameCube fan. I went to I got a PlayStation 2 after that, and got back in with the Wii. But I mean, I don't know. The 64 was it for me, for sure. And I wasn't really into the handhelds all that much because I always say this too, but I always just look at those games and I was always just like, why can't I have what I'm looking at on my TV just down here? Because I want to take it to bed with me. I want to go somewhere else, but it just wasn't possible for a long time. But yeah 64 for sure, 100%.
So, did you play Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong 64? We rented it. We rented it a few times. That's not one I played a lot. I didn't even play Mario Kart 64 all that much. Oh, we played Smash a lot. The original Smash, we did play that a lot.
Yeah.
And Mario Party. Oh man, Mario parties on the 64, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. it's where it all began.
Yeah. They had so many good games. There's just so many. I'm forgetting a ton of them right now, I'm sure, but I mean, those are the big ones. I mean, that moment. It was that moment. That's what did it. Mario coming out of that pipe. That shit was fire. Fire.
Yeah. So a lot of you already know that my first Nintendo console was the Switch. Now, that doesn't mean that I've never played Nintendo console even extensively. So
you didn't even have your own Game Boy?
I'm sorry. I go way, way back in time, and I did once upon a time have a Game Boy Advance. I don't really count that because that was I was so extremely casual with that. I just played like some old original Game Boy cartridges, like sticking out the back of the Advance all the way, like for fun. I played Donkey Kong, the Mario Donkey Kong game.
Tetris.
Before his I didn't play Tetris. I never played Tetris. I was not a Tetris guy. Never have been. I haven't recently. I do enjoy some Tetris, but I was more of like a Pac-Man guy. I played Pac-Man on like my phone when I got older. I just wasn't a gamer as a kid. I didn't really become a gamer until like 2010 in high school. Around high school, and like, but that's a different story for a different day. But yeah, so I didn't own Nintendo console, but I played lots of 64 and lots of the one after the GameCube at my buddy's house, across like 3 houses down from where I grew up. That's where I played games. And like you said, Dre, all the games you named, about half of those games that we played a lot of, especially the multiplayer ones, like Mario Party and Kart and all that. Played that all the time. And then I played lots and lots of Wii in high school. At my friend's house, we go to my friend's house, and we'd play Wii Super Smash, whatever the Super Smash was for Wii. They had a projector in their basement. It was amazing. Awesome. It was like 10 of us. We'd play eight player Smash on a projector screen. That's
awesome.
Epic. I miss those days. But yeah, so I played lots of Nintendo consoles growing up, all throughout my life, but just never owned one. But after owning one and playing Breath of the Wild, you probably would think that the Switch would be my favorite, because all my favorite games.
I figured that's where you were gonna go.
It is. I try to think about it. It's hard to think about. It's hard for me to choose. And it's not just because I love my fucking Panda, okay? It's not just because...
Oh, my God.
Listen, hold on. Hold your horses. You don't know what I'm going to say.
Okay.
It's not just because I love my Panda, okay? So I have modded my Wii U gamepad to be a Panda, and I love it. It is not endangered. It is right in my house. It's very good. I love my Panda, and by Panda I mean I if you saw the video, I face plated it and I had to take it apart, whatnot. It looks beautiful. It looks like a panda, stormtrooper, if you will. But I really got to think about this logically, because we're talking about the generation as a whole, and that includes the 3DS.
Yes.
Okay. The Wii U and 3DS generation. Let's just go ahead. Let's just talk about that for a second. Some of the best Nintendo games ever came out on Wii U.
There's some very good ones, yeah. I mean, there's some very good ones.
The Switch is great, okay? The Switch is great. I'm not taking anything away from the Switch, but look at all the games on the Switch. Wii U port, 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 Wii U. All our favorite games are Wii U ports. Mario Kart.
Not all of them, but a lot of them are. You're right, because it was a dead system. Nobody bought it.
Mario. I know it wasn't a port, but come on. It kind of was. Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, I guess
it really kind of. They developed that game for the Wii U, not the Switch. That's a damn fact.
Yeah, yes, it is a fact.
So Breath of the Wild. Help me out here. Mario Kart, Pikmin 3. I know now people don't love that game, but it's a pretty fun game if you play the demo.
World.
3D World, not Bowser's Fury, but 3D World.
3D World, yeah,
incredibly fun game. I played that game. That's the most played Mario game I've ever played. 3D World.
It's great. It's really good.
It's so fun.
And
multiplayer.
Then 3D
especially.
Land is on the 3DS. It's the same style game, just a different game, but it's very good too.
Yes.
Very good.
And now I was just talking about I wanted to go back and talk about the Switch ports that are on there. Like the Switch didn't need help but it didn't hurt the Switch to get all these amazing Wii U games. And it made me kind of think and go back to all the games of the Wii U. I mean, what are you waiting for? The Virtual Console is on the Wii U and 3DS, and that is a bunch of old games that you can easily play for very cheap on your Wii U and on your 3DS. And not to mention, on the Wii U, it had Switch features, as in, it's actually arguably better features than the Switch in terms of you can have the game on your gamepad. You can have 2 screens for 1, 2-for-1 deal. If you have menus on your gamepad, and then the rest of the game up top. And when you when you didn't want to, or someone else is watching TV or whatever, you can play it just like you could undock a Switch. You could turn it over, press a button on the Wii U gamepad, and now the Wii U gamepad is your device. So
yeah, listen, I don't think you're wrong.
It's like the peak of Nintendo if the Switch never happened.
But it was marketed terribly, and they confused people because they called it the Wii U, and people were like, "What? I just have to buy that part for my Wii? Is that it?" Like, nobody knew what the hell it was. You're right. It had great games on it. That's why Nintendo said, "No, we're not going to let these die here. We're going to bring them to the Switch, the system that is actually profitable, the one that people bought." Of course, they're going to do that.
Even the game like Pikmin 3 that because no game sold on the Wii U, but especially a game like Pikmin 3 did not sell. But you bring it to the Switch, and it sold like nuts.
I mean, I don't know for sure. I have not looked this up, but I can probably say very, very easily that every single game that they brought over from the Wii U to the Switch sold probably quadruple what it did on the Wii U. I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't think that's a
Because
hot take.
it's not that they were bad games. They were just on a system that was marketed terribly. I don't think you're
and
wrong.
It's not. They were not bad games, and also it's not like the system was bad either. I think people kind of just like the shit on the Wii U because for all the reasons above. And
no, it wasn't a bad system.
but a lot of people will say that, and they're just playing wrong. You're just playing wrong. Like I have one now, and like you're wrong. Now it's a fat Switch. It has terrible battery life. I can't bring it anywhere like 15 feet from the console. Like there's a lot of issues with it. A lot of issues.
It was before its time.
It was ahead of its time. To put it a different way, it was ahead of its time. It's not the consoles and marketed terribly, but it's a great fucking console. And the Switch is still my favorite generation. Because man, look at this, man. Look at this.
I know.
Look at
this. Okay, you got me.
Look at
I thought
this,
you were serious.
man. Look,
I was giving it to you too. I wasn't even going to argue.
Look at this red. I'm sorry,
Abby. At it. I know
this
what it is.
Red Mario Switch. I know it's not the OLED, but if this was OLED, I would make love.
I know.
I would make love to this thing.
It's a
different. If you've never seen in person the red Mario Switch, this red, it's like Nintendo red, true Nintendo red. It is so beautiful. It is so sleek. It is so cool. Why did Fortnite not download? Son of a bitch. I love it so much. I love this Switch so much.
Yeah,
All that said about the Wii U, a Switch is still my favorite.
I was gonna say. I mean, I would say I left the Switch out of it because I figured that was just a given. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't? I mean,
it's
if you're
a
Switch owner, you if you know, you know. And then like Kim didn't have a Switch for a long time, and I'm like, listen, you need to get a Switch. She's like, I don't know if I'll like it. I'm like,
well, yeah, you're
gonna like it. You're gonna like it. I can promise you, you're gonna like it. She gave me so much crap about Animal Crossing. She's like, I'd rather play Sims. I was like, but you don't get it. You just don't get it. You have to just give it a chance. And then what happened? My dear sweet Kimberly, what happened when you played Animal Crossing?
I maybe liked it a little bit.
Oh yeah, really?
Just maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I would say
that Tom guy.
Yeah, Tom's he's a tough cookie to deal with. I would say I will give I would put money down that within we'll see, maybe a year, I bet she'll be close to 900 hours in Animal Crossing. Once she opens the rest of it up and can see what the whole game actually is, she's gonna lose it.
I don't deny she's gonna like it, but I think it's like twice as much as she. I can't believe that much. That's a lot of hours, dude. That's a lot of hours. Abby's played a whole lot of this game
now. I'm telling you, like, listen, she plays a lot. I mean,
so does she, but she hasn't even cracked that many hours yet, and she's had it for 2 years. I really don't think Kim's gonna do it that fast.
We'll see.
Plus, like, I play a lot of other things besides that.
Abby doesn't.
Why?
You don't.
Well, I do a lot of Fortnite. Sometimes I dabble in the Red Dead.
Yeah, that's true. A little bit. You've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. But that's kind of my point, though. You're still in the point in Animal Crossing where it's like you're on the daily stuff. It's like you can only do so much, and then it's like they kind of stop you. It's like you've done your stuff for the day. Tom Nook says, okay, come back tomorrow and there'll be some cool stuff here. Then you can go and do all that. And then it kind of comes to a point in the day when it's like, hey, I'm just kind of walking around. I want more, but I can't do anything else. Once it's done, once that part's done and you're just doing whatever you want, tearing down mountains and rebuilding them other places, moving rivers, putting whatever you want where it changes.
The limit does not exist.
Yeah. Everything else just disappears.
Everything does disappear. Just like every good episode of the Drip and G podcast eventually disappears. I would like to thank everybody involved in this episode. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my brother and sister for helping me grow up in life to get to this point where I am, to get to this episode. I'd like to thank my lovely, lovely girlfriend and your lovely girlfriend as well.
Thank you to both of you.
Thank you, Kim and Abby, for coming onto the podcast and having a good time with us. We hope to do this again sometime.
Great.
If you guys,
No, I was just saying it was great.
Yes.
It
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Thank you, Kim.
It was.
Appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please let us know. Just hit us up on our Twitter or in Discord, in Drips Discord. You know,
Be nice.
whichever.
No hate comments.
Why,
can't
why you-
handle it.
why
Bring
you-
the hate. I
Abby-
love it.
Abby's
I
very-
can't handle it.
Please just at Mrs. Jeeb in Discord, just like, I fucking hate you. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm very sensitive. Okay.
Trying
Stop.
to I can bruise her. I'm gonna make like 4 bruises. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Drippin' Jeeb Podcast. But we're gonna end the podcast. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Peace.